Here we are in London with Professor Julia Hausermann.
Good morning.
And I'm delighted to be able to speak about your fantastic project. Can you tell my followers a little bit about that?
Yes, certainly. I have a vision that global peace is possible. And I believe that if we work for justice and sustainability, peace is almost inevitable, because we have to work together, we have to collaborate as a world to cope with the challenges we're facing. And as we learn to collaborate and work together, we will bring peace. So with this vision of the fact that it's possible, we're establishing a residential global peace retreat where we can bring people together to work together around peace and the prevention of conflict. And we'll also be working in the field, going out into the field, working with people who need assistance in both building peace, but also dealing with some of the challenges that are facing societies across the world.
Quite a lot of famous people have that same idea and share it with you. And you have some famous people also in your advisory board, don't you?
Yes, we have some wonderful patrons. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, His Royal Highness Prince Hassan bin Talal of Jordan, the Chief Rabbi, Lord Jonathan Sachs, and Mrs. Sherry Blair, and Daddy Janki, who is the co-convener of the Brahma Kumaris World Spiritual University. So it's a multi-faith group because everybody in the world shares these desires for peace and the same values, whatever our faith, our culture, or whether we just resonate with the universe in a spiritual way without a particular faith or religion behind us.
And for some time now you have had a big project finding a home for these thoughts, isn't that so?
Yes, well we were originally anticipated building a residential peace retreat from scratch, and my vision was that it would be in the Middle East. And we had identified a really suitable area in Jordan. And then with the current crisis in the Middle East, we were beginning to wonder whether this was actually going to be feasible. And whilst we were having those thoughts, up popped another wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And this is in the Netherlands, which is a suitable country because the Netherlands is in the middle of Europe, and Europe is in the middle of the East-West divide. And the area that we have been invited to consider is just outside Utrecht, and Utrecht is in the centre of the Netherlands. So we're in the centre of the centre of the centre.
And this is a former royal castle?
It's absolutely wonderful because it's the former home of Queen Juliana and Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands. It's Palais Soestdijk, and it is a small royal palace. And it's very beautiful. But one of the things I love about it is it has two wonderful welcoming arms and two wings that look like welcoming arms. And it has a very peaceful feel to it. It's white, it's light, and it's even got an area at the top which we're going to use for a light, use it as a lighthouse. And we are part of a process to bid for this property, but everybody we've been talking to thinks that the use as a global home for peace and justice is really in keeping with Queen Juliana's own legacy of commitment to peace and justice and her spiritual connections. And so I believe it will be a living legacy for her. But also it's really important for the people of the Netherlands, but also for the people of the world.
I just love the idea. It's really something that resonates in me. And yesterday you experienced for the first time, I think, the tapping method that we call Simplified TFT.
Exactly.
What do you feel about it?
Well, I feel that it's going to be a very, very significant part of some of the work we do. And I would love to invite you, and I think we've already discussed the possibility of coming to our Light Centre in Liverpool, which is called The Light, and where we are going to be bringing together people to start the process of healing post-conflict. And I think this is the sort of method that would have tremendous amount to contribute in discussions where you are bringing together people who've suffered from different sides of a conflict. One I mentioned to you was the very sad tragedy that happened in England some years ago of the Hillsborough
the football tragedy.
Yes, where a very large number of football fans were killed because a stand collapsed. And we have just had a reinvestigation of this tragedy, and we discovered that a lot of facts were covered up. And the Liverpool fans, and our centre is in Liverpool, the Liverpool fans were blamed unnecessarily for this tragedy.
And many of them traumatized from that.
Many of them are traumatised, many of them lost family members, some of them were badly injured by this. And on the same situation, you've got the people of Sheffield, where the football ground is, are still bearing the pain of that tragedy in their community. And the police who were responsible for keeping the crowd safe have been blamed. So some people are feeling tremendous guilt, others are struggling with inherited guilt. And so there's a real area of work to be done there. And I would love it if you could come and help us with our attempts to build reconciliation between all the parties.
We'd love to come. We are experts in that field, and with the results we normally get from that would suit perfectly.
Wonderful.
And we could get, I think, the best therapist in Europe to that place and really do some good for the people.
Excellent.
So I'd love to come there.
Lovely. Well, you'll be very welcome. And I'd also like to expand it into all the other work that we do on peace. Because I think it's really important. And something I'd like to offer you, because you're offering us something, is our work has also been focused on evaluation and monitoring progress. And if we can somehow work together and see how we can build your techniques and your methods into other work we're doing, so that we can evaluate and prove that it's beneficial.
I thought yesterday when I listened to you, as I did also half a year ago, and was amazed by the magnitude of your thoughts and your dreams, that our methods could really be called the peace treatment or the peace therapy, because it brings peace of mind, peace of soul, and it could bring peace to the world.
Exactly.
If we can treat inherited hatred, as we have talked about, and inherited guilt and guilt that comes from traumas that happens, we have a lot of work that we can do together.
Well, I feel this, and in our peace retreat, we'll be looking not only at hosting meetings for people to come together and working out in the field, but also on education and empowerment of people to be the light, to be the peace in the world. And this I can see as being such an important tool within that. And so I'm looking forward to working together in the future.
Thank you, Julia, and thank you for sharing with my followers. And wherever we will post this, because this is important message, so if it's okay with you, we will share it as much as possible.
Well, please pass on to all of your followers that we're looking for 100,000 angels to support us on this journey of building a global peace retreat. And we'll be building a website very quickly, but at the moment you can look at www.rightsandhumanity.org. And we will
www.rightsandhumanity.org.
That's correct.
I'll pass it on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Julia.
And thanks for your inspiration as well.
Thank you.
And your work. Bye-bye.